Alright, so I wanted to start this video off and basically say that yes, it is officially, almost, we're almost there. Been 1 year of Nikke, and let me tell you now, they absolutely cooked with this year. I actually have covered a lot of gacha games, I don't know if you know this, but I am a content creator on different gacha games across different channels, correct? This channel originally was founded for the reason of covering a game named PGR, which I was like, that game is going to be my bread and butter, because I like games that look like that, and I still play this game till this day, one of my favorite gacha games. But I did not consider, or rather continue to create content in the game. I rather switched. A game had come out at the time called Tower Fantasy. Great game. Got a little bit rough at the on the edges there. Still, whatever the game is, I liked it for the time that I played it. But a game was coming out, a great game. You know what that game was? It was Nikke Goddess of Victory. I had no idea what the game was. I was like, you know what? I see a lot of aspects of the game that's really positive, and I said, you know what? I gotta try this game out. Now, did I have a plan to continue to create content on this game forever? No, this channel was originally named Go Gacha, as in, I'm gonna play different gacha games here, correct? And it ended up becoming Go Nikke. I don't know, bro. Every video now I upload to this channel is basically Nikke, and I gotta say the game has outstandingly handled everything. Originally, this game started off with a very rough start, with very different aspects. There was a lot of issues. With everything, and they ironed everything out. And we're now here at the 1 year mark, and they're still making insane revenue. We are still hated constantly on Reddit. Let's go, baby. This game is getting butchered on Reddit in every comment section. This game is just a waifu game. People who are down miserable just play this game. I love it. It's the greatest thing to go onto Reddit and see those comments and understand that Nikke is just so superior that they're going to get hated on. It's lovely. Gotta love it. If you ever want to see Nikke hate, go to the Gacha Gaming Reddit and you'll enjoy it. But it is funny, but for the most part, I talk about some stuff in this video about what they've done in 1 year and how we can kind of expect year 2 to be, because we're now approaching that part. That's, again, I'm really curious on how they handle everything, but for now, I think that they absolutely cooked in the first year mark. And let me know what you think. How was the experience of the game? Did you enjoy everything? And yeah, thank you again for everyone that tuned in for 1 whole year of me covering this game. If you did, if you met in the 6-month mark, 3-month mark, 2-month mark, 9-month mark, however, well, thank you for everything. So yeah, and also I never got to say thank you for 12.5k because we're now at 12.6k. So thank you for 12.6k on the channel. We're literally almost there to 12.7k. So I'm gonna just say thank you for 13k. I don't know, we've been moving fast, so thank you all. I went through it, and actually, if you look at it, like, this image really does encapsulate everything that this game has gone through. I went and counted it, right? So basically, if we were to look at it, like, limited banners, we had 1 limited banner here, we had 2 limited banners here, correct? So this now is 2. We had the 3rd over here. Like, there was a huge gap of limited banner, right, for a very long time. Then we hit 3 over here, then we hit 4 over here, and then we hit 5 over here. So in 1 year of the game, 5 of those banners were actually limited, which is kind of cool to think about. Within also 1 year, it looks like 1 and 2 were pilgrim banners, and the 3rd being the 1 year mark. So there were 3 technical pilgrim banners in 1 year. So remember, for year 2, we can kind of expect a very similar method. I am expecting that to be the case. So just keep that in mind. That's also there around the 6-month mark, maybe even the 3 or 2-month mark, and then the 1 year mark. Because clearly at the end of the year, next year, whenever they do it, they have to mimic a very similar method they mimicked this year in a way, because summer and summer part 2 will most likely happen the same way. Then limited is a collaboration around these months. A collab has to pop up because it looks like, also, if you look at it, they did 2 collabs, right? I think they're going to also mimic that idea. Whenever a gacha game does a structure, they always mimic the structure for the next year. It's kind of how it goes. It's like a thing where you understand what's going to happen. But if we do 2 collaborations this year, I am so curious on what they do for the collaborations. Like, after taking that survey, I wish they never did, because that survey is there and it made me so hyped for what they could release. Like, all of the options, 70, let me rephrase that, 70% of the options I care for. Like, imagine that. So unless they pick the 30%, I'm not going to care for. 70% of that I really care for, and a lot of them could be really hyped in this game. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Evangelion. You had, Black Lagoon. There were so many different collabs. They got kind of teased in that, and I do hope it's one of those. The Nier collab, I can guarantee the community begged for, because you had to see it. Everyone, since the launch of this game, were saying Nier would fit in so perfectly, so that made sense. I am almost certain nobody asked for Chainsaw Man, but I was actually glad it released. I definitely think that it got sucker punched becoming the first collaboration, in where it failed to bring the hype it was supposed to, but they understood how to fix that with collab 2. And I'm pretty sure we all know that collab 2 was just the superior collab 10 times over. Sure, you might like the IP from Chainsaw Man, but you know that content-wise, plan-wise, unit-wise, structure-wise, event-wise, story-wise, it all won. It really did win in every aspect. And I think that they absolutely cooked when they made this new collaboration story and event itself. I think that they did great, and I do think in the future, they understand that how they can actually make things work when it does come to these things over here, which is very nice to hear, right? Or very nice to see with how they handled it. But moving on from that aspect, right? If we were to look at also through everything, this year also really brought us a lot of NPC'd characters, right? You have a character like Miran over here, which kind of sucks, but yeah, she is kind of NPC'd. You have a character over here, Leona, another nice character, kind of NPC'd. You have another nice character, which my favorite. If you're an OG of this channel, I can guarantee I know you to be an OG if you know that how much hatred I had for this game after 8 it did not release. I like Soda, great assets. No. 8 is where it's at, and I didn't get 8. I am going to absolutely uninstall. I was very mad until this day. I still don't have Maid. So when we get Valentine's this year, I better see 8 as a character, or we will be fighting. But beyond that, K, another character that also released as an NPC, which we haven't gotten so far. Beyond that, recently, have we really gotten NPC characters? No, right? Pick up. All of these were pick up. All of these were. All of these. Zui wasn't. Yes. No, we did. What am I saying? Ayn and Zui, 2 characters that a lot of people really wanted, and they currently are, sadly. Like that Rogue, is she a Nikke, by the way? I don't know, people told me that she's actually not a Nikke, but I could be getting that wrong, or I'm forgetting the wrong character. But yeah, for this year, a lot of characters that also will probably transfer over into year 2 to be actual Nikkes instead of NPCs as they currently are. I guarantee that Miran is a character that they are waiting. They are waiting. So maybe after like the actual anniversary, we get Miran as a character. But I guarantee they're going to release her at a point where you need, or you just summoned heavily, and then she pops up. She is actually a fan favorite. She is like one of the characters that everyone talks about. Like everyone. So literally, Miran is a character to look forward to in the future. But again, if we were to look at it year 2, we will definitely see 3 pilgrims. I do think that if we were to look at the aspect of who the pilgrims are, definitely like Crown Chime, those would work for year 2. There's also Nayuta. Again, I don't know how they're going to handle the half-year point, because remember, we need another hyped pilgrim. Dorothy was hyped. Now you have this. Again, we have a Scarlet Sister, potentially. Who knows, man? Maybe she comes back from the dead. She's like, oh, I'm back. I don't know, bro. Anything can happen. But yeah. We'll see what happens on that aspect of it. Collaboration-wise, you'll probably see 2 collaborations this year. Again, if they handle it like they handled Nier, I think it's going to be a great celebration thing. And after seeing $31 million from Nier, they're like, now we know what the players want. So realize that now we're going to expect a very filling collaboration. Good word to use there. On the aspect of everything else, event-wise, I think they absolutely cooked with a lot of the events. Recently, they also realized that, yeah, they want an impactful event. They want something nice. So after cooking Overzone, we had a great event, which was the Bunny event, which I later, I backtrack a little bit. All right, I like it a lot. I still think the Queen's Order event wasn't terrible. The part 1 of the summer story was kind of blown away, in my opinion, by part 2. Part 2 was just much better. Golden Ship was all right. The Cat Paradise, we're never going to remember that one. I tried my best to lock that memory away. We're not going to talk about that one. Nier collab was all right. We have School of Lock. Okay, it was pretty good, actually, in my opinion. Dazzling Cupid, hurtful as hell. ACPU, I haven't fully, kind of don't want to spoil anything, so you read it. But yeah, for the most part, story-wise, everything, things have changed. The game has gotten much better, but on the aspect of this, also, they released like the artworks of everything. Listen, I was here in the earlier days of playing the game, and I saw this image. I'm like, oh my god, look at this character, and Laplace, it looks so cool here. So just memory seeing this image, hero debut. Also over here, this is how they like tease the characters. We're like, oh, who the hell are these? Like, that was Crow, you knew that? So we're like, oh, 2 characters, who are they? And then again, like, that's how they kind of teased it back then. They now don't do this anymore, all right? Now it's like just easy to understand who they are, which I like the silhouettes, all right? It was kind of cool, but, you know, I get it. You're not doing it anymore for the most part, right? Clearly they didn't. But yeah, beyond that, they also have like the app icons or app backgrounds if you want to use them. They're also over here on the site. I can just search up the Nikke main website and you're good to go. But again, you can look at it. There's a lot of events that we've gone through. Brand New Year. Remember that event? It was very, very well made skins of that event. Over here, again, one of my favorite events of the game, absolutely cooked. And also the most controversial time in the game with the whole censorship thing going on, and people were very much mad about that. But yeah, good times in the game. I think the 1 year mark, it's been a great journey. I think that for what this game is and what it's done already, I think it's going to be here for a while. For everyone that's, oh, it's going to shut down. No, I think this game is going to last for a very long time based off its revenue and based off how it's been handling everything. I think that the game has again been cooking and they'll continue to cook. So for the most part, quick little video here, not to get to anything else onto this, but With that being said, thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out and enjoy. Can't wait for the anniversary stream. Only a few days away. But for 1 year, they've absolutely done great. A lot of these characters are freaking insane characters. Very good designs, very good everything, very good events, very good soundtracks. Have you heard the music in this event? Oh my god, dude. Freaking 5-star, 10 out of 10. Insane, all right? So absolutely cooked on many aspects. But that has been the 1 year kind of put together in a video. So hope you enjoyed it, and nice quick talk. Yeah.